Alright, here are the finds for the quarter box hunt. Start off with the coins we found that were lightly circulated with a lot of detail remaining and a lot of original luster. Found two of the 1976s. Found a 1979. 1980 from Philly. 1981 from Philly. And 85 from Denver. Statehood quarters we found. Found two of the 2001 New York. 2002 Mississippi. 03 Illinois. 03 Alabama. 06 Colorado, and a 07 Washington State. We found 10 of the low mintage 2009s. 5 of those 10s were from the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C.'s. Varying degrees of circulation. A Puerto Rico. 2 American Samoas. A U.S. Virgin Island, and a Northern Mariana Islands. Found 4 of the oddities that I've commented in other videos, where Washington is missing hair segments around his ear and a flat spot in front of his nose, or in front of his eye, excuse me. Found 4 of the oddities that I've commented on other videos about, where there are missing hair segments on the obverse of the coin there and in front of the eye. Everything's flattened out, there's no details. That one is a 96, a 97. I actually found 2 statehood quarters, which is surprising. But once again, most of those I see that are from in the 96s and 97s. But this one is a 01 at Kentucky statehood quarter. And we have a 2005 Oregon with the same anomaly. Once again, my thought is it's either die wear, where the dies were ending their life cycles and were no longer given a good strike. They were missing parts off of the dies, or either it's grease filled. The other oddities we found was this statehood quarter here. Looks like it's 99 Connecticut with probably a grease filled die, or once again it could be a die ending toward, it's near. And this here we have a 1999 Connecticut statehood quarter, which appears to have grease filled die strike, because all the lettering is fat, not really a crisp, strong strike to it, which means that it's either grease filled or once again the die was nearing the end of its life. This Arizona one here is another one of the extra cactus leaves. Alright, this 1999 statehood Connecticut quarter is either once again die deterioration or grease filled die strike. And you can tell because of all the lettering is not crisp. They're flattened out, which means that it was either struck once again on the dies that were being overly used, or it was grease filled where the mints employees greased the dies for the strikes. So you don't get the nice clean, clear strikes. The Arizona is one of the other die chips there. They consider that extra cactus leaf. And it's covering up the initials of the designer. And this one here is an anomaly. I will have to show you on the microscope. I believe it is either feeder finger marks or where the employees greased the dies and scratched the die that transferred those scratches onto the coin. So hang on one moment and I will show you that under the microscope. Alright, and here you go. I had to tilt it to the side so the camera will pick up the streaking effects, but you can clearly see the lines here that are running through the image on the background. There's even one up here above the roof. So my guess is it's probably finger feeder scratches on the dies, but you can see how they're streaking across in the background of the image. So I thought that was a pretty neat and interesting find. Alright, and here I have a few different of the Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, John Brown's Forts, America the Beautiful quarters that have some very nice die chips in them. As you can tell, you got a nice die chip here on top of the steeple there. You got some nice die chips there running down the right side of the building. I believe that was it for this one. Now stand by and I'll bring in another one. Alright, and then this coin, you can see again at the top of the steeple, die chip there, got a nice die chip here, die chip there on the roof, and another good die chip on the other side of the roof. Alright, now I'll show you one more I've got. Okay, and on this one, pretty much the same areas. You have a nice, very nice large die chip there at the top of the roof. Another one there on top of the steeple. One on the inside part of the steeple here. And then you have another very nice large die chip there on the right side of the building, the corner of the building. Now the following two that I have to show is the America the Beautiful, South Carolina, Fort Moultrie. And you have, as you can see here, a very nice large die chip there at the top of his head. Alright, the next two that I have are the America the Beautiful Fort Moultrie from South Carolina. As you can see here, you got a very nice large die chip there on top of the hat. You also have a decent sized chip there on the shoulder. And then a nice die chip there on the sails of the furthest to the right ship. I'll show you the second one in just a moment. Alright, now the second one here, you can see a nice sized die chip there where his hands are holding the flag. No die chip on his head, a very minor one looks like there on his shoulder, and back again on the ship sail. Decent die chip. I have two more I'm going to show you of that are the Theodore Roosevelts. You can see right there, nice die chip around his throat area. And this one, you had a nice die chip there in between the horse's ears. You have the clogged nose there. So, quite a few little die chips on this particular coin. Now, one more of the Theodore Roosevelts. You see a pretty nice die chip there at the corner of his hat. And this one has a nice die chip there, almost making it look like there's another mountain peak in the background. Nice die chip there at his cuffs of his gloves. Down the side where his weapon is, his pistol. Nice die chip in the nose, and a nice big die chip there on the reins of the horse. So this one has multiple die chips as well. The next two I'm going to show you will be the Frederick Douglass. They are both pretty much the same, just the ones I've shown off before. They call it ladybug on the collar, or on the lapel. Got two nice sized die chips there on the lapel on that coin. And another two nice die chips there on the lapel. Now, the additional finds that I was able to get that were pretty nice and neat. Go back to the Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. And you will see here the double dies. And the windows. You can see the splitting there in the window. It makes it look like it's a double window pane. But that's from the dies striking one another and imprinting a off-center design. That was one of the double dies we found. Here's another type of the same thing going on here. You can see where the windows aren't completely opened up, they're shifted. So you're getting the same type of doubling. They're all just slightly different. Again here, you can see where the window is shrunk. And it's from the dies clashing, creating that extra double die on those three window panes there. And one last one here. Like I said, they were all a little bit different, but they were all noticeable. Again, got the extra little windows there. The other oddity of the box is this 1971 out of Denver, which has some pretty decent machine doubling going on. You can see where you got the extra little bit here of the A, the M, and the E. And you can even start to see it right there on the eagle's wings, the doubling here. All that is where the die slipped while making contact with the planchet, creating a secondary image, but it's not a true double die because it is flat like. If it was an actual double die, that would be rounded. But this is like I said, a very nice extreme example of a machine doubling. Like I said, you can see where the D here. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the last find of the box was the foreign from the Bahamas in 1998. And then here at the end of the presentation here, as always, we have those coins that have seen better days. In memoriam. They've done their jobs and lived out their lives, and now their life cycles are almost complete. They'll be tossed back into circulation, where they'll meet their final ends. So anyhow, that is the finds for this quarter box hunt. As always, if you like the video, I ask that you please consider subscribing. Please give the videos a thumbs up. And if possible, please share. You never know what you'll find if you aren't looking. And as always, heads up, no fear. Stay safe, everyone. And thanks for watching.